ask you guys a question, ladies and gentlemen. Why is Klay Thompson an NBA All-Star? All right, I talked about this when I announced the Eastern Conference and Western Conference reserves a little bit. I talked about it a little bit, and I voiced my frustration with Klay making the game. But I want to be more transparent, and I want to be more honest and vulnerable, right? I have a problem with Klay Thompson making an All-Star team, all right? And I want to, first off, let me make this clear, because I don't want to make it sound like it's Klay Thompson hate. I have no bias in this fight. I have no dog in this race. I am for the better of the game. Klay Thompson, to me, has the potential to be a top 5, and I'll even leave the door open to be a top 2 shooter of all time, right? I'll leave that open. To me, his teammate Steph Curry is already the best shooter of all time, but I'll even leave that open for Klay, right? He's in that realm with Reggie Miller. To me right now, in regards to shooters of all time, right now I'll give Reggie the slight edge because I think he can, I think there was more pressure on Reggie Miller to knock down some of those threes, and I just think with Klay, he's just getting crazy open looks because his team's so phenomenal. But Klay's closing in, right? And he's in that Ray Allen realm. That's not far-fetched to me, right? Here's my thing with Klay. When I think All-Star, here's what I believe when I think All-Star, right? Let's say you got, okay, NBA tickets are pretty expensive right now. Say you got $100, right? Say you got $100. $100, you get to buy a ticket to a basketball game with it, right? When I think All-Star, I think, okay, does my son, does my, anybody around me, does my nephew, do they want to play do they want to watch this guy play basketball tonight? That's box office to me. When I think All-Star, I think, will this guy light it up tonight? What is he going to do spectacular tonight? When I think the Golden State Warriors, right now at least, I think Steph Curry, he might go off for 50 tonight. If he's got it rolling, he might go off for 50. Kevin Durant, he's going to go off for 30. Then I think about who the team that they're playing, right? I'll say, okay, let's use Houston as an example, right? I'll say, oh, wow, Steph versus Chris Paul, that's a great matchup. I'll even say Kevin Durant versus James Harden, which is interesting, right? James Harden is guarded by Klay Thompson, not Kevin Durant. But just the basketball nature in me, I'm going to say, oh, we got James Harden versus Durant. We got Steph versus Chris Paul. I don't think about Klay Thompson when I'm buying my ticket to a game. Is Klay Thompson one of the 24 best basketball players alive? I'm pretty sure he is. Is he in a position right now where he has to prove it night in and night out? No, he's not. We got to stop acting like that. Like, I get offended. To me, this is disrespectful to the game. And a lot of the players around the league feel the same way. Want to know how I know? I have a couple relationships with guys who are in and out of the NBA right now, right? I have conversations with them behind the scenes. I know how they feel about this. How is Klay Thompson an NBA All-Star when I'm watching Donovan Mitchell for the Utah Jazz have to be really good every night or great for his Utah Jazz to beat a top team? I'm watching Rudy Gobert affect the game on both ends of the court right now. Hell, I'll even take it down to Dallas, the rookie, Luka Doncic. He has to be really good every night for the Mavs to have a chance to win. And hell, as I make this video, they just lost DeAndre Jordan and Wesley Matthews to a trade for an injured Kristaps Porzingis who won't play a game for them this year. That's pressure to be great every night. Klay Thompson could give you 50 any given night, but he could also give you 3, 4, 11, 13 points, play some pretty marginal defense, and we don't bring his name up at all at no point in the night. How is that an All-Star? Right? And I don't like this notion that we need to give the Golden State Warriors 3 guys into the All-Star game. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that we're rewarding the Warriors. Not only do they get the postseason accolades because they're the best team by far in the NBA to me. Again, you put 5 All-Stars on the court, 5 All-Star level guys on the court. They're really good, right? I don't like the fact that we're now rewarding them in the regular season when the team is a postseason team. Like, to me, the Warriors have gotten hot over late. They won their, they just lost to Philadelphia last night. And that ended their 10-11 game winning streak, right? But before then, they were playing 500 basketball. in November and December. They were playing 500 ball, right? And to me, at that time, I think Denver was number one. To me, the Warriors, they hadn't wowed me this at no point this season. And people were talking about Klay getting that spot, that third All-Star spot then. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I mean, this stuff is important. You're messing with guys' money, incentive-based contracts, right? This stuff's important. The fact that I got a really good player in Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, neither one of the Utah Jazz are in the game, but they're the number 7 seed in the West, in a tough Western Conference, 6 games over 500. And neither of those guys are all-stars. When Klay has the luxury of taking nights off, he can take a night off offensively and defensively? What? And I don't want to disrespect Klay's defense because he brings it. He's long. He's 6'7". He can defend his ass off. But with no culpability offensively, Luka's got to worry about being great for the Mavs offensively, and he's got to worry about guarding Steph Curry. That's just not fair to me, man. That's not fair. And I'm sorry if I got to be the one to say something. The Warriors get theirs on the back end. They win rings. Postseason is when they should get their awards. We should not be rewarding them for stacking the decks. When you give Klay Thompson an all-star spot, you're rewarding them for making this all-star level team. I don't think that's fair. And Donovan Mitchell should have that spot. Rudy Gobert should have that spot. Luka Doncic should be in the running. Look, Karl-Anthony Towns got in the game. I didn't have him as that last spot. I had Luka as it. I'm not mad at Karl-Anthony Towns for getting that spot because Minnesota, they're like the 10th or 11th seed in the West right now. They're competing night in, night out. And Karl-Anthony Towns has to be great. Again, does he have games where his stats don't matter? Yeah, he does. But to say that Klay Thompson being the third or fourth guy on the Warriors is more important than Karl-Anthony Towns having to be the first guy for the T-Wolves night in, night out, that's not fair. How? I don't get that. I don't understand that one at all. I'm not rolling with that. And I think the league needs to fix that. And the fact that the coaches voted him in, that bothers me a lot. That bothers me a lot. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Telefair.
Mr. Telefair.
Mr. Telefair.
Mr. Telefair.
Shout out to Mr. Telefair.
You're watching Mr. Telefair TV.
Mr. Telefair TV. Here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.